So let's take a closer look at the Tag Heuer Formula 1. Now, right off the bat, I'm just going to go over the case, and as you guys can see, there are both brushed and polished surfaces. It's very similar to the other Formula 1 watches that Tag Heuer makes. Tag Heuer, sorry. If I pronounce it Heuer, forgive me. I know it's Heuer, just bear with me on that one. All right, so again, moving on to the other aspects of the case, it's got a 41 millimeter case, which is an appropriate size. I mean, for basically any watch, it's near 40 millimeters. That's kind of my, that's what I like. So moving on to the movement, which is perhaps the party piece of this watch, it's got a Tag Heuer Calibre 7 movement, which is an ETA-based movement, and it has a GMT function. So as you guys can see, there's a 24-hour ring around the watch, and that allows you to find the time in different time zones. I mean, for those of you who are unfamiliar with the GMT function, the blue hand corresponds to that ring on the bezel, and you can use it to, again, track 2 different time zones. It's very useful for pilots or anyone who travels a lot. Now, I know I wasn't particularly nice about the old Formula 1, or the other Formula 1 we reviewed, which was basically just the normal quartz one. It had a white dial, and that was because I just didn't get a sense of, I mean, there just was no real horology in it. I mean, it was just a quartz movement kind of thrown in there. It was really overpriced, in my opinion. But this watch, I actually do like. It's got an automatic movement. They just put a whole lot more effort into the creation of this piece, and I really, really appreciate that. So I got a ton of flack for kind of hating on that watch, but I think that you should definitely consider something like this. I know it's a lot more expensive. This one's about $2,000, but I mean, it's just so much. You're getting so much more for your money, and I think, yeah, it just presents a better value, even though it's more expensive. So we'll move on to a wrist shot of this watch. So this has the same clasp as the other Formula 1, which I don't really like, to be honest with you. It doesn't feel very high-end. But either way, it's still pretty easy to use. I mean, it's just a simple pressed metal clasp. So put her on here. And as you guys can see, I'll take the glove off. On a my wrist size is pretty medium, I'd say, medium to slightly above average, and the 41 millimeter case size is fine. It looks great. I mean, it looked great on pretty much anyone's wrist. So if you like this video, please remember to subscribe and share. Thank you.